Good evening, everyone. Good evening to you all. Good evening. And I'm making why. While we are doing this, please power tap on your screen. I remain why I made your banana. As in why I'm I'm a priestess. My phone number remains +234 70305 70506. I've done this video before and I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again. So, if you're joining this video, if you hear a yellow marker, what's this video? Help me and share this video so that others can join us. I want to talk about Odinala and Odinala. That is tradition and spirituality. Tradition and spirituality. There's a reason I tell you that I'm not a traditional worshipper. Tradition and spirituality. There's a thin line between them. And not everybody is able to decipher or see this thin line and understand it. And because of that, we make a whole lot of mistakes. Because we mix up a whole lot of things in the name of tradition. Our tradition said we shouldn't do this. Our tradition says we shouldn't do that. But we forget that tradition is dynamic. It can change. It becomes a problem when we cannot change with times. Times are changing. Let's take for instance, an average African man now, when he sees a lady like Cora Obidi, dancing naked, oh, she's so irresponsible, she's this, she's that. You start judging her. You start being judgy. You start saying she's this, she's that. But then it's there in your traditional way. It used to be a culture where women were naked, where everybody was naked, where women were just wearing ileke, where women were just wearing jigida, and it was fine. Where women went bare-chested and nobody was disturbing them, nobody was saying anything. But with time, you got so used to clothing that being naked looks like an abomination to you. But you and I know it is not an abomination as long as the person that is naked is comfortable. I have no problem. What people do with their body, that is their business. But I want to talk about this as it relates to our present life. Greetings, CK Michael. If your problem is not about tradition and Odinala, the pros and cons, then it is not welcomed. I like to focus on the topic at hand. Greetings to you. Greetings to Joan. There's a whole lot of differences between tradition, Omenala and Odinala. First of all, let's talk about the Omenala. Ome in Igbo means to do something. That's what Ome is. Omume, how someone behaves. Ome, like a character. Omenala. Now, Omenala being the way people behave in a particular place, the traditions of a particular people, how they behave, the values they uphold, the cultures they uphold. And this Odinala is instituted by man. It is human beings that make up Odinala. It is human beings that put forward Odinala. Oh, Mwado, Newepota. Could be a group of elders. They come together and decide, okay, let's do this in this way because it will benefit us in that way. There's always someone, there's always people. If your question is about my topic, then it is welcomed. It is always people coming together to put forward Odinala and how it should work. That's one thing you should understand. But Odinala, Odi, something that has always been there from the beginning, from time immemorial. Please, if you're joining this video, help me and share. Odinala means that it has always been there. It is something that we came and we met. I'll give you an example of Omenala. Marriage is an example. It's a group of persons that decided, okay, if these two persons want to get married, they should do this. The man's family should come and meet a woman to do this. The woman family should meet the man's family to do this. They should do this, they should do that. It was people that decided it. But Odinala is something that is already existing before we even came here. You came, you met it like that. And if you come 1,000 times, you will still meet it like that because nobody can change it. Omenala is dynamic. Odinala is not dynamic. Now, example of Odinala is the sun. If you come 100 times, you will see the sun. It will always rise from the east and it will always set in the west. Because no if it is something that is there, as old as the world. It's something that is always there. Greetings, Edwin. Greetings, Sherman. It's something that will always be there. You will always see the moon. The moon will always have its phases. There will always be new moon. There will always be full moon. There will always be half moon. There will always be waning moon. That is Odinala. If you come 100 times, you will always meet water. If you go to Sokoto, water is water. If you go to Sokoto, water is water. You come to Nigeria, water is water. You go to US, water is water. You go to Cotonou, water is water. The same text. The same everything. The same definition. That is Odinala. Rainfall is rainfall everywhere. That is Odinala. Hailstone is hailstone everywhere. That is Odinala. Nobody tells it the pattern is good. Nobody describes or tries to control it or tell it this. Oh, this rain. This is the way you are going to happen. Greetings, Sama Junior. This is just the way it is. Greetings, Army Divinity. Success Edwin. Greetings. This is the way it is going to be. And nobody can change it. It is natural. It's a natural process. The earth will always have a way of bringing forth plants. That is Odinala. The earth must bring forth plants. Even if you do not plant anything, once you start watering the ground, something must grow from there. Over time, something must grow. Something where you know plants. Look at the rainy season. Your house is filled with all kind of plants. You don't even know the uses. You don't know anything. Not you plant them. Rain will always carry some seeds to your compound. The birds will always carry some seeds to your compound. The wind will always carry some seeds to your compound. So whenever the water hits the ground, there is going to be germination. It is going to take place. That is Odinala. That is nature. I always tell people, in spirituality, if you cannot find the answer in nature, my sister would always also say this. If you cannot find the answer in nature, then it is not true. If you can't find the answer in nature, then it is not Odinala. It is not natural. Omenala is insisted by people, and it can have shortcomings. Now, let me give you an instance of Omenala. Now, it is so okay when we do it on the national front, even though we know we do not have a working government. But sometimes you hear something about bylaws. They are talking about this one. They want to change so thing. They want to change bylaws. Bylaws are what they are Omenala, guiding a particular nation. And they gather every time they feel like it's no longer serving its purpose to change it. Anytime they feel like it's no longer serving any purpose, it's no longer useful, or why is it even in place, they gather to change it. That is the way Omenala is supposed to be. You feel like it is no longer serving, then you should change it. But the problem with people is that we hold on to Omenala that is not serving us. Omenala that will keep us backward. Omenala that will not let us progress. Oh, to I can say here. Even if you're not progressing with it, oh, to I can say here. You must do it this way. You must do it that way. And you end up being stagnated for life because you're doing Omenala. If you are doing any omenala and it's not letting you evolve, then you should change it. You should change your approach. You should change your method. You should change what you are doing. Which is Chukwu Augustina. Which is Odogun. You should change what you are doing. The recipe for madness is doing the same thing repeatedly and expecting a different result. Odinala is natural. There is no formula. The only formula, if you're looking for any formula for Odinala, for spirituality, you should look at nature. That is why I tell you Odinala is beyond spirituality. Odinala is not just spirituality. Odinala is both science and arts. Odinala allows us to explore. It allows us to discover who we are. It allows us to discover our abilities. Someone came to me, she's on this video. She's asking me how to do water work, how to do her family listing. Her family, I told her I'm not going to tell her anything. She's going to do it by herself. And she's going to think up how to do it by herself. She's going to find a way to do it by herself because she's called to do it. I'm not going to teach her her work. Because if I think of something and then it might not really work for her. Because probably that's not the way they want her to work. You need to task yourself. If you're able to find that answer in nature, which is Jerry Obi. If once you're able to find that answer in nature, you are making headway. If it is not in nature, it is not there. Now, there are so many funny omenala in Igbo land today that is subjugating people, different sets of people, both men and women. Is omenala inspired by someone, some group of persons that the woman should not own a land? The woman should not inherit a land from their family. Why are omenala company needs to stop? All your children are entitled to your property. That is nature. All your children, both male and female, are entitled to things that you own. So if you must share, you have to share to everybody. Help me and share this. If you must share, you have to share to everybody. There's another one they are doing. When you buy a land, different kind of criminals, they will come from all walks of life to extort money from you. And when you go to talk to anybody, even if you go to police, they will tell you that is the way it is being done. This one will come and collect money from you. Before you know it, the money you spent is more than the money you used to buy the land. And they will tell you no omenala. And we have so many corrupt traditional rulers that are there to support it, to make sure they will even extort you the more. Traditional rulers that sleep with people's wives and they don't see anything wrong with it. And somebody will tell you they are custodians of Roman, custodians of wickedness in high places. We need to do better as a people. We need to learn to differentiate between Odinala and Omenala. So avoid doing things. And Roman, I keep on saying it. If you are a wicked person, come out straight and practice your wickedness. Do not hide behind tradition and culture. If you are a wicked person, you come out straight and live out your wickedness. We will understand you better. But I get angry when you hide behind tradition. You say this one is our tradition, this one you choose, you pick and choose when it suits you. When it suits you, you pick and choose. When it doesn't suit you, you just want to. You just say, throw away that tradition. But when it doesn't suit you, when it suits you, you support it. As a man, you support. Why are there when I'm in now? Why are the woman should not be given land in their father's house? Because it suits you. Yeah, it suits you. Nice. But when the tables are turned, you will see the evil for what it is. What is the excuse? Their children will come and drag land. Show you will not get children. Show you are not impotent. you're definitely going to have children yourself. So your own children will not drag it. Is it not the same thing? Like I said, people pick and choose. Now, learning to separate spirituality from Odinala, from Omenala. Omenala can be amended. Did you know that Alibu was ruled by women in the past? It basked in patriarchy, and there are still a matriarchy, and then everything was balanced because mother knows how to take care of all. Think about our journey. It does not discriminate. It takes care of all. The X takes care of everybody. I'm okay. You can't quantify a mother's love. She nurtures. Except Moa John. There are evidence of matriarchy all over Igbo land. But I'm not here to speak for patriarchy. I'm not here to speak for matriarchy. I'm here to speak balance. Wherever you are, try to live an upright life. When we speak, that's why saying, we say, one more one man. Let the spirits not maltreat humans, and let the humans not maltreat spirits. Odinala is built on balance, equity, and fairness between human beings and spirits. Who is there? Hold on, please. I'm doing video, so don't make noise. Did you post it? I did not post it. Try not to appear in it. So, you can sit down that side. Just try not to appear. So, talking about science, talking about spirituality, Odinala is about spirituality, is about science, is about arts. It is both science and arts. It is in Odinala you get to discover yourself, your roots, who you are, what you're meant to do. It is in Odinala you discover what your Agbo is. It is in Odinala you delve into Agbo. You find out the spirit that your Agbo gave you. For some people, their Agbo is about teaching. When they open their mouths, they teach wisdom that even a 6-year-old would understand. For some people, maybe the gift of healing, they're able to heal. For some people, Agwonka, the gift of science and technology, you see them come up with different machines. Odinala is not all about being a native doctor. There are so many areas, there are so many branches of it. Are you sure you are in your own area? Or you are just about Omenala, you feel that once you hear of having a call, the only thing that comes to your mind is to be ringing bell like the water, or to tie red wrapper and white wrapper and yellow wrapper everywhere, to be ringing bell up and down. You have to find your bearing. You have to discover yourself. You have to find out who you are. You have to find out and understand yourself better. Understand your spirit better. What is your spirit man telling you? What are you learning? What are they teaching you? I've seen children come up with different designs of cars, and when you ask them, and I'm talking about children within the ages of 7 to 10 years old, and when you ask them, they're telling you, oh, I was taught in my dream. Yeah, someone was teaching them. I'm being taught about herbs in my dream. That's how I know that this is one of my areas of specialization. They teach me, and I come out in reality, and I try to treat people with this. It is very simple. You find out your own bearing. Tap into it. And let me make you understand this thing. Some of you, you already have the spirit you already have in your head. You've already made up your mind that Odinala is somewhere you can get quick money and quick wealth. Nollywood has taken over your brain. You cannot reason fine again. You think Odinala is about Nollywood. And when you do it, you will see money everywhere. or when you participate, going back to yourself. If you don't activate your ego, if you don't find out who you are, you will not see money anywhere. You will not. You won't. Let's talk about it. Yeah, can will give you money? Yes. If you're able to harness what it is giving you and turn it into money, then definitely, greetings, Linda. It will give you money. Let's look at Chimamanda Adichie. She's a writer. She writes. That is what her does. She's a writer. And that is all for you. That's what she uses. She's known all over the world for her writing. That is her abo. She can't do anything better than that. She does it. She's a lecturer at it. When it is your abo, you won't struggle much with it. I'm not saying that you won't need to put in work. You will put in work, but you won't struggle to do it. You're going to enjoy doing it when it is your abo. Don't do it because others are doing it. It has to come from inside. When it is you, it has to come from inside of you. If it's not coming from inside, then you're just pretending to be who you are not. You're living another person's life and dumping your own life behind. I told myself, I'm not going to live a pretentious life. I'm not going to live another person's life. I'm going to live my life. Irrespective of who accepts or rejects me, it is none of my business. As long as I'm living the purpose of my chi, the purpose of those who sent me, the purpose of those who I told, hey, I'm coming to this realm. I'm coming to do this. It is my soul contract to do this. There are people that their sole contract is to come here and discover machines that are going to make life easy for us. It is because of somebody's abo that you are using the phone you're using. The phone you're using to look at me now, it is because of somebody's abo in technology. That is why you're able to watch me on your screen. It's about advancement. Before this phone, our ancestors, many of them that have mastered the arts of alchemy, can actually use water in a basin to conjure human beings, talk to other dibias, mystics in far places. Video call. Now, someone was able to discover stones, metals, minerals that you can use to put together this device we are using now to look at each other. It is Odinala. It is Odinala that you can hear me. It is through Odinala that somebody came and knew that through sound waves, electromagnetic waves, you can pass messages over a long distance. You're watching me from different parts of the world, and you're able to hear me loud and clear. And I don't need to stress myself or use up a whole lot of energy to do that. There were already minerals in place to make sure that it took someone that has the able to discover these minerals. It took someone that had the able to discover these stones, these metals, to put these devices together for us to use. That airplane you're using, someone that has our water. It took someone to bring about the technology, different metals, bring them together, different things, put them together to make it fly in air. Took so many tests, so many trials. At the end of the day, he has to find a way. These people had to find a way to balance this thing in air. Carrying so many people, sometimes over 100 people. That's a lot of weight. And balancing in air. That's a whole lot. We underestimate Odinala. It's not all about ringing bell. You need to find yourself. Odinala is not about ringing bell. It's beyond that. How many of you have heard about Iboku? The artworks there. Some of them, all these tires you're seeing, took shape from so many artworks that are dated over 10,000 years. Over 100,000 of years. How old is the tire? Meanwhile, according to the Bible, this world is just about 6,000 years old. It's less than 10,000 years old. But these things I'm talking about is hundreds of thousands of years, tens of thousands of years. And they were here. So who told you that people who did this these technologies, these designs, this artwork, that they don't have sense, that they are not evolved? Someone is telling you that Oyibo came to civilize you, and you turn everything about you is now evil. When you see a black person, you're seeing the devil, you're seeing evil. Come, let us go and ask Socrates, Aristotle, Shakespeare. Let's ask them. They actually came to Africa to school. They came here to be taught. They came here to read. They came here to study. The first university in the world is in Africa. Should take that home. So when we talk about going back to Odinala, I understand that maybe so many people are scared because of the idiocy that people show online. See somebody, Odinala is not about sprinkling blood. That is barbarism, not Odinala. They don't know what they are doing. We are way past that era. When we talk about the different eras of Igbo spirituality, you talk about Ogaka, Ogachi, Ogazi. These people are trapped in Ogazi. They are not able to progress mentally. They are here repeating the same mistake that made them to come back. And they are going to keep on repeating and recycling rubbish until they learn. When you sit down there to judge, you sit down there to say, they say we should go back to the traditional cause that buried virgins alive, that killed twins, that did this, that did that. Oh yes, some of our ancestors were all that evil. Not our ancestors, sorry, some of our forefathers, let me correct myself. Not our Nana. Some of our forefathers were all that evil and stupid. And some people are already repeating that same mistake. They go and bring foreign spirits, foreign deities, demanding all manner of rubbish from them. How else would they get the blood they need? If not to tell you that the gods, God says the gods, that we should sacrifice 10 virgins. How else will you be willing to put your daughter? They perpetrate all manner of nonsense to convince you that this is what you need for the evil to stop in the land. There was nothing like that. There's no pure spirit in Igbo spirituality, in Igbo cosmology, in the foundations of this universe that will ask you for that. Except a low vibrating entity, a low level demon. That's the only kind of spirit which is genuine. That's the only kind of spirit that is going to ask you for human blood. Or going to ask you to sacrifice twins. Otherwise, how do you tell me that any right-thinking person with the kind of names we have would want to sacrifice their own child? Because when our goats were delivering 3, 4, they did not kill the goats. Our dogs would deliver 4, 5. They did not kill the dog's children. And then a human being would deliver 2, and then one spirit will not tell you to kill the child. Can't you see that spirit is not a good spirit? People that bear names like Wakego, Ndukako, Mwadoka, Mwadokego, Mwadokako, Wakama, Wakibeya. And I told you that such people were killing twins. If anyone did, they did on their own, not to glorify or satisfy any Igbo spirits. It was for selfish reasons, not to satisfy any Igbo spirits. We need to learn this. If we don't learn, we are going to learn the hard way. And for those of you that you're going to do water work, they've told you, oh, once you do water work, water people will leave you alone. This one will happen to you. You will have money. You will do this. You will do that. Nollywood. Hey, all those rubbish you watch. They've affected your brain that you cannot reason well again. And you think that doing water work or coming back to your roots is about money, quick money making syndrome. Hell no. Is it going to help your life? Yes. The only way Agbo is going to help you, the only way that is that while you're doing, you discover yourself and let them pave ways for you. When you do it, you go and lie down in your bed. So at night, money will fall from the sky. Wonderful. Are you listening to yourself? How do you even believe it? And some of you go as far as being scammed online by some hungry people. They tell you they bring out one nonsense advert online. And they tell you that when you keep the bag, you have to give them 50,000. And you buy Ghana must go back. They'll put money, they'll put maybe a few thousands of naira inside. And then they cover it when they open it, it's filled with money. Oh, what a magic. They should go and do it for their family members. If that is how money grows. If that is how money rituals work, that person, trust me, is not going to come out to tell you. What is money ritual? You have to have a solution to a problem in the world, and then people are going to give you money for you to solve that problem. That is how money ritual works. People will give you money to solve that problem. Money ritual is when you know how to plait hair. And then I need to plait my hair. I have to pay you for you to plait my hair. Money ritual is when you know how to sew clothes, and I want to sew clothes. I have to pay you for you to sew that clothes for me. Money ritual is when you know how to repair cars, and my car is faulty and I need you to repair the car for me. I have to pay you to get your services. Money ritual is when you are a writer and I need someone to do a very good copyright material for me. And I pay you to write for me. That is money ritual. Money ritual is when you know how to build websites and I pay you to build a website for me. That is money ritual. The only thing rituals are going to help you do, if you're already on your track, is to attract more people to you. Not to give you something you do not have a platform for. Not when you're jobless, you're lying down on your bed, you're expecting money to fall from the sky. It's not going to work. Sorry, my dear. Sorry to break your heart. That you're doing that water walk, that you're going to do a feast with your own chair, to not make money to start raining from everywhere. No, it's only going to bring you closer to them, and probably in that closeness, they might decide to give you ideas and things to do. They can only maybe reduce your sufferings for you, or help you, start guiding you, or giving you directions in your life. That is what your ancestors are going to help you do. They are going to stand stronger behind you, help you keep you away, because there are so many troubles in this life. That is what they are going to do. Or someone telling you that it is a quick money scheme to go back to your roots. It's a lie. That is why you'll be frustrated. Because you're not telling yourself the truth. The gifts of a man maketh way for him. It is through your gifts that you're going to earn. You're good with animals. Why don't you work on it? Train animals. Maybe dogs, maybe cats. Maybe you can study veterinary medicine. Maybe you can do anything you want. Or you can do zoology. You can do anything you want. You're good with plants. Why don't you go into farming? Why don't you become a florist? Why don't you become a botanist? And get paid for it. You're good with designing clothes. Why don't you become a fashion designer and get paid for it? You were called to design clothes for us to wear. I don't know how to design clothes. But when you design, I will likely see the one I like and I pay you for it. Do you see how much that designers earn? That is the way it works. Don't let anyone deceive you. You're responsible for yourself. You're responsible for your destiny. It is in your hands to do better. What the spirits are Oyeluchiaka, to help you, not to do magic of things you never worked for. You are not a thief. What they do is to help you, pave ways for you. Maybe you have a journey you want to go on. Maybe you're already doing that your business and you need to travel, and the spirits are telling you, oh, don't travel today. The road is not good for you. And then you stay back, you hear boom, there is an accident on the road, and you're not safe because you're connected. or someone is coming to do business with you and they're telling you, oh, this person is fraudulent, don't do business with this person. What they are is Oyelu Chiaka. And then you don't do business with the person and then you're good. They've saved you money. Or maybe you know something to do, some nature hacks, you are in your shop, you don't have customers, just do it, talk to your ancestors, do all those simple rituals, and then the aura, the energy of that thing, it will not attract people to your shop to patronize you, to patronize your business. That is the way it works. Not when you do it, you lie down in your house, you want money to fall from the sky. It's a lie. That is not how it works. So anybody that is telling you, you go and feed your chi, feed your chi, and all your problem will be settled, that person is lying. It doesn't work that way. It's a constant effort. Let me tell you that it's going to go wrong. You need to continuously relate with them. You need to maintain the relationship. You need to always speak to them. What fuels every relationship is communication, be it physical relationship, be it spiritual relationship, communication. If there is no communication, then such relationship won't last long. It will just die off. There has to be communication. And it is a two-way thing. You hear from them and they hear from you. That is the way it works. It could be through your dreams. It could be through someone else. You can pray for something else. You can pray for something or ask them something. Another person will, maybe someone close to you have the dream. I saw this in my dream. They've gone to give the person the message. We are all connected. So we need to understand that Omenala is man-made. Let nobody tell you, you must do this thing in a certain way. You must do this one in a certain way. No. In Odinala, you have to follow your rhythm. You have to follow your frequency, your vibration. You can see me now because we are on the same frequency. If I move away from this frequency, this 3D dimension, you will not be able to see me. You're able to get radio stations because you're able to tune into their frequency. Let me use a radio station to understand frequency, frequency and vibration. If you, maybe consDifferences FM is in 92.8. If you shift from that .8 to .5, you're not going to see the consDifferences FM again. You're at another place. So some of us are able to see spirits like this because we are on the same frequency. We are able to tune into that frequency and we are able to see and hear. And it's not a day job. You can see me because we are on the same frequency. So we need to understand these things. Omenala has flaws. Odinala has no flaws. Omenala has flaws, a whole lot of them. But Odinala has no flaws. It is pure as it is from nature. It has no flaws. You just have to learn from it. You have to sit up. I'm still learning. Every day of my life I'm learning. Every day of my life I'm learning. Every passing second I'm learning. Why can't you learn? What are you waiting for? I do these videos so you can learn. And while I'm teaching you, I'm also, Agwo is activated, I'm also learning more, teaching you. Because when you teach, you learn more. When you teach, you are given opportunity to learn more. That is the way it works. We need to learn. Please help me and share this video. it's not too much for you to do. The people have a whole lot of misconception. That's why I'll tell you I'm not Omenala adherent, because there's a reason our ancestors said when evil stays for so long, it becomes a tradition. And there are so many so many evil that have stayed for so long that is going on in our neighborhood and different places of the world. I watched one on YouTube today. A girl that was forced to marry a dead person. Marrying a dead person should be a choice, not something you force on someone. Was this woman, because she's a nursing doctor, she manipulated this girl and forced her into marrying her dead son. And she has 3 children and she's suffering with them. Because they forced her to marry someone. Their village people are dragging land. So young men are being sent out to fight for this land. Ebonyi states are backing the kid. That's where it is happening. They are dragging land with some part of Cross River States, and they're always fighting and killing each other. And this girl was in a relationship with one of the guys that went on that war. And then the guy died, and then they forced this girl to marry the cops. And she has to be reproducing. This girl has nothing to do with. She's malnourished. The children, the babies are malnourished, and they say this is their tradition. This is our Roman. Because this girl is not even consenting. She's under 25 with 3 children already. She's not consenting. And they say it's their Omenala. There are so many girls like her in that village. Let's know where we are doing our Robarafu. In the name of Omenala. Certain things need to change. Imagine if it were your daughter. Imagine if it were your child. Imagine that. They will tell you it is our tradition, it is our Omenala. Tradition is meant for the people. The people are not meant for tradition. And when a tradition is not serving its purpose or serving humanity, when the tradition is against humanity, it should be pulled down by all means. There are some places that a man will go and borrow money and then will use one of the daughters to pay. By fire, by forced marriage. Marry your daughter off into slavery. And you say it's your tradition. Your tradition permits evil. Omenala permits evil. And I kubuchu nchani in one day. That's why I said, learn. There's a thin line between Odinala. What most people are doing is Omenala, not Odinala. That is why a whole lot of things are going wrong. That's why we are not getting better. That is why we are still stagnant. Because we are hell-bent on all this Omenala. That is not serving any purpose. And then a male child will inherit all the parents' property and then forget about the sisters. They will be suffering even if they are eating sand. Only him and his family will be feasting on the property that is left for everybody. And they say this is our Omenala. When it suits them, you should be very careful. When it suits you, thank you so much, Queen Jojo. When it suits you, it becomes your Omenala. When it doesn't suit you, you don't remember it. You should be very careful. You should be very careful. Can you hear it say now? Omenala. Omenala. Who taught you that you have to tie a wrapper on trees and pour blood on it? It's Omenala that taught you that. When there were no such fabrics, how were those deities venerated? Who told you that the tree needs to wear clothes? And if you must put the clothes, why do you need to stain it with blood? So it will look all scary, and it's Omenala that is making you do that. It's Omenala that is telling you must do your arm in a certain way. That is Omenala, not Odinala. You don't pin her in a place. It is Omenala that taught you that. Be careful what you practice. Be careful instituting evil spirits in the name of Agbo. Be very careful. Many people have instituted evil spirits, Ajomo, and they call this their Agbo. And they are feeding it. That dog you are feeding, one day it is going to bite you. One day it is going to bite you. You are killing dog for Agbo. Omenala that taught you that. You need to kill dog. It's like killing python for the waters or killing crocodile for the waters. You need to kill dog for the waters, for your Agbo. That dog you are feeding, that thing you are feeding, one day is going to bite you. Many have been beaten. One day it will reach your tongue. So I don't work with many people where you don't bite to liberate them. One day it will bite you, to bite your ass. One day. And it will bite you in place where it will pain you well. Otu Akese. Yeah, that is the way it is done. That is our tradition. Have you asked yourself? Have you asked your inner being? Is your spirit even comfortable with what you are doing? You are doing it. So everyone else is doing it. Let me just do it. You are not everyone else. They are all unique. They are all built differently. I'll end this video here. Next time, talk about this again. Okay, let's see. For now, let's stop it here. You all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening.